Hey weirdos, I'm Alaina.
I'm Ash.
And this is Morbid.
What?
It's huge.
It's not little tiny small because we don't even do that anymore.
No, and actually this is not huge at all. This is going to be like a pretty normal episode.
And that's weird because it's your episode.
I know, but I figured, you know what, we've done a lot of heavy episodes lately, a lot of long episodes lately. So we just wanted to throw a couple little ones in there.
Little nuggets.
Little nuggets. I think we all need just like a little shake off.
Yeah.
From the past couple weeks. It's
Yeah.
been a lot. First I wanted to say that we do know everything going on with the Vanessa Guillen case.
We do.
It's bonkers. We've been following it. We just haven't covered it or said anything about it yet because we want to cover it in an episode because
In its entirety.
Wow. Like, wow is all
Yeah.
I can say. And we want to cover it from beginning to end. So we were just waiting for all the stuff to develop because it's currently developing right now.
Right.
So to answer people who are asking, we are going to cover it. We just wanted to wait for more stuff to come out. We don't want to jump the gun on too many cases and then, you know, things come out and we end up having to do another episode, which is not like a big deal, but it's just if we can get it all into one episode, it's nice.
Yeah. It gives you the whole picture.
Yeah, exactly. It's just nice to have the full narrative. So hopefully we'll have a little more. We're going to do it soon. I promise we're not going to wait on it. We won't wait for like the entire thing to be wrapped
No,
up.
probably like within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, for sure. And then another thing I wanted to mention was I don't know if anybody watched that show, I'll Be Gone in the Dark.
Okay, I didn't watch it yet.
It's so good,
I know.
guys.
I can't believe that we started the podcast on the Golden State Killer and I haven't even watched it yet. I suck.
I'm telling you guys, this show is amazing. Michelle McNamara is someone I am so sad that I didn't get to know in life. She's everything you want a human to be. It's insane.
I gotta watch it.
Oh, watching it, you're just like, yes.
It's Oxygen?
Nope, it's HBO.
HBO.
And it's Sunday nights, I think. So John and I have been recording it, and we watched the first one together, which we never get to watch shows together.
I know, that's cute.
It was actually him who was like, I want to sit down and watch this. And
actually, I'm gonna have to watch it here. I don't have HBO.
you will. There you go. So we'll have to watch it together. And it's really good. And there's like a lot of familiar faces in it. You're going to see like Karen Kilgariff is in it.
What?
Billy Jensen is in it.
What?
But it's so good. I can't wait to watch the rest of the series. So I just wanted to recommend that. And we had a couple of people asking since our first episode was the Golden State Killer episode, and woo boy, we are very...
Yeah, that audio, sis.
I'd like to think we're a little more polished now than we were back then, but...
I think we recorded that episode sitting on your couch.
We sure did, and... We sure did, and I think they were like $15 microphones, so...
Yeah.
No soundproofing at all.
Good times.
So people have been asking, you know, are you going to do like an update? Are you going to do like another... I think we should give another crack at the Golden State Killer because a lot came out after our episode, obviously. So I think we'll end up giving it another crack, especially with the new HBO show and everything. It's like it seems like a good time to start talking about it again. So we'll do that too.
That'd be fun to
So those
update.
those are a couple that you can look forward to. I think
the only other like cleanup corner that we have is the tickets to, well, first of all of our live shows for 2020 are going to be moved to 2021.
Yes.
Because of the current coronavirus pandemic issue, what have we.
We just want to make sure it's basically none of these venues can really tell right now when they're going to open, how many people they're going to be able to have in the place.
We don't want you to be having to sit like every other
We don't want you
seat
feeling
and, like,
unsafe. We don't want us feeling unsafe. Like, everybody's got to feel good coming to these shows. We want it to be a fun experience. We want to be able to meet everybody and not have to be like, cool, we can wave to you from over here.
We don't want to be like panicking on stage when we hear somebody sneeze. Like,
exactly. And again, this is just, we don't know when venues are opening, closing, capacity, all that stuff. We just kind of have to go by them. And we're totally willing to go by them because we really want to have good shows.
Yeah, absolutely. And every ticket, any ticket that has been purchased is going to transfer to any rescheduled date that we have.
Yeah.
So if you have a ticket right now to a show, it is good for whatever the rescheduled date is, even though we don't know all the rescheduled dates.
But we'll tell you when we know.
Yes. As soon as we know, I'm going to call you all personally.
Yes.
Just kidding. And then if you, for some reason, want a refund, something came up, you can't make the rescheduled date anymore.
Life happens. It's a weird situation.
Right. Just whoever you bought tickets from, whether it be the venue or like some site like Ticketmaster or something like that, you just have to bring it up with them, because as much as we would love to help you, we don't have any say or power over like refunds or anything like that.
We don't have the money to give refunds. We don't have. So the Ticketmaster people or the venue people, they're the ones to talk to about that, and they'll be able to help you out with whatever needs to happen. We just didn't want anybody being like, oh no, like I could afford these tickets now, but something came up, or
right, and it's a pandemic. So.
I could go to this date, but I can't go to this date now, and suddenly being like, what do I do? Totally understandable, because of course these shows have been given multiple dates at this point because pandemic, blah. So we totally get it. We just wanted to give you guys the information of where to go, just in case. Nobody should have to be hanging on to tickets they can't use.
No.
Hopefully you can all use them. I hope we all get to see you guys.
I want to see all of your weirdo faces.
Because the longer that we have to wait, the better the show's gonna be. Because
honestly,
we got all this extra time to make it awesome, so it's gonna be worth your while.
And we told you that some really exciting things were going to happen in July, and look what we just announced.
That's right.
And we still have another announcement that we're not currently saying yet.
So we hope you guys are psyched for the new Parcast show, Crime Countdown. We're still going to be doing the same amount of Morbid. Nothing's going to change with Morbid. It's just extra. It's just more. And it's going to be really fun. We've had so much fun so far. And
Parcast is awesome.
Yeah, we're very excited to work with them. And we're very excited for you guys to hear these. I think you're really going to like them. Mm-hmm. So I think that's really all we had to touch upon. And I think we can just get to this weird case.
What is your case?
So this weird case that I chose, we were trying to go away from, current events and big long things, and I was like, let's just do something like weird and old.
I love that. Something like you.
Yeah, just something weird and old like
you
me.
Just said like, after I insulted you.
That's not an insult to me at all.
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
I am 100% weird and old.
No,
so that's
you're
fine.
not. You're weird, but you're not old.
in relatively in this podcast, I am.
Honestly.
So this is the Hex House Murder.
Okay.
That's right.
The Hex House.
That's right.
That reminds me of, where my OG's at. Scooby-Doo, the Hex Girls. Oh.
The Hex Girls?
Girl.
I don't know what that is.
Because you're weird and old. The Hex Girls was like this band on Scooby-Doo, and they were fun. I don't remember like anything about it because I smoked way too much weed before my frontal lobe developed, but like, whoa, it was great.
I mean, it sounds rad.
It was good. Honestly, I'm gonna go home and watch Scooby-Doo after this.
I'm totally in for this. Well, this is this is a horrific, quite the opposite of nice, a horrific roaring 20s murder.
Ooh.
But it's a weird one, man. There's just a lot of weird stuff in this. So it centers around a guy named John Blymire. He was born in 1895 in York County, Pennsylvania.
All right. He
was from German-American ancestry. His family had come over. That part of Pennsylvania had a lot of German-Americans. Mm-hmm. And that York County is kind of like Pennsylvania Dutch County, you know what I mean?
Okay. Yep.
So during this time period and in this area of the country and with these certain counties, magic, witches, hexing, healing magic, all that.
Hexing.
They were huge. Hexing was huge. It was like a thing then.
I love that.
Hexing wasn't like that, like hexing. It was literally like, oh no, I have the flu. I've been hexed. That's
amazing.
That wasn't like something that you'd hear someone say and be like, you okay though?
Right.
What? You'd be like, probably.
Hexing was not taken lightly back in the day.
At that time, you were like, you've definitely been hexed. You should find out who did that. It was a very serious thing. And witches around this area and this time period also referred to themselves and were referred to as powwowers.
Powwowers.
Now, powwowing is not technically witchcraft. It's a lot of people confuse it with witchcraft because it's centered around magic and rituals and it has pagan influences. But what it is it's basically folk magic, powwowing.
Okay.
And it centers around helping and healing. That's it's shamanic.
Is it almost like Reiki?
A little bit. It's like, it is a little bit. I'm sure Reiki is kind of like involved in that whole thing. But it's like a practice. Like their powwowers are, generations of powwowers.
That's
it's
cool.
like a witch, but like a little different.
A little different.
I don't know if they want to be called a witch. So again, it centers around helping and healing. It's mainly practiced by the Pennsylvania Dutch in that area at the time. Mm-hmm. When they had first settled there, they were intrigued by the Native Americans' use of spells and incantations and seemingly magical healing abilities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they kind of observed their meetings, and they found out they were called powwows. And they took the term to become their own form of healing magic.
That's so cool.
So it's kind of like a nice thing. It's all pretty positive. Like,
I was going to say, everything sounds good so far.
At least the idea of powwowing is supposed to be a positive healing experience. That's all it's supposed to be. It was also really intertwined with Christianity, which is interesting.
That is
because
interesting.
Like magic and stuff, it just seems like those two things like wouldn't really go together.
Normally like dueling forces.
But usually the practitioners considered themselves, they identified as Christian, but they took part in these pagan rituals of magic.
Huh.
So it's like really interesting to me, this whole thing.
Yeah.
In fact, they use the Bible quite often as a method of producing incantations and spells.
Really?
Like, they use it almost like their spell book or their incantation book. Because they believe that the power has to come from God and not from the devil.
Oh, well, that's good.
So they look at it like that.
Place to start.
Yeah. And their other like Bible that they look to, like Bible, quote unquote, it's not the Bible. Their Bible of sorts is this book called The Long Lost Friend. And it's supposed to be like the powwowers, like real incantation spell book.
Okay.
The powwow power, like I said before, is passed down. And there's a tradition which I was like, oh, that's like, have you ever heard like the seventh son of the seventh son? That's in powwow magic too.
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah, there's like, apparently like the seventh son of the seventh son has like crazy power, like weird, unique power.
Because isn't 7 like a very, like prominent number?
I know it's like, it has a lot of like influence in different kind of ritualistic kind of situations. But that just was interesting to me. And people were all about magical healing at this point instead of medical doctors.
Oh, okay.
So not...
Yeah.
So
we love the holistic approach,
absolutely.
But like doctors are helpful.
But like, let's believe in medical science as well.
Yes.
Let's have them both go hand in hand.
Right.
That's what I want. So they
consult with your doctor about your holistic healing.
Exactly. Like there's room for both in the world. They would go see healers using charms and potions and herbs and spells to convince people that they were being cured or that they were being cursed or hexed. So ceremonies were a huge part of these folk healing processes, and the practitioners were well known and well respected in their communities. So powwowers were known, like, hey, my neighbor down the street is like a really great powwower. Like he does awesome shit. And it was like, if you're sick, go to him and he'll fix you up.
It's almost like the neighborhood chiropractor.
It is. It's like...
like, I know a guy.
He can fix this up. And so they were respected. They had, like, people knew what they were doing. And
where does this all go wrong?
I know. Right now, it's like, this is wonderful.
Right?
And powwowers also, the tradition is that they don't take payment for their practices.
What is
so if they heal you, they don't tell you have to pay them. They will accept payment if you donate it to them. So it's kind of one of those, like...
You should.
Yeah, it's kind of like when someone leaves firewood on the and like the side of the street and it's like free firewood. That's like a little thing for donations.
Right,
and it's like, you could just walk up and take that firewood, but like, are you really going to be that big of a jerk?
I just said a shit bag.
Don't be a shit bag and just take the firewood. You got to leave a couple of bucks.
I keep like intertwining words.
You
like,
do.
The other day
I don't know what kind of like thing you've been inflicted with.
I don't know. I've been hexed.
I just said inflicted. Afflicted is what I meant. What's happening?
Have been hexed.
Oh no.
Normally I'm the one hexed.
Oh
no. I'm totally kidding.
I'm totally kidding. Nobody's hexing here. Not now, at least.
Hexing in the street
Not
with my
anymore,
girls.
at least, okay? So families relied on these powers to heal them and to help them survive. Basically, like, if any of their kids got sick, they were going to a powwower.
Right.
So according to David W. Kribel's Powwowing Among the Pennsylvania Dutch, it's a book, by the way, a common cure was to tell someone with a wound to repeat, "Blood thou must stop until the Virgin Mary bring forth another son."
Oh.
Which I'm like,
okay.
Cool.
Don't apply pressure. Just say that over and over.
Don't have to do that. Just say that. Which, that statement, I'm like, yeah. Like, that's, like, you gotta stop blood until the Virgin Mary has another son. So that's like, stop forever. Don't bleed.
Right.
So it makes sense. But, like, maybe put a little pressure on it while you do that.
Just a little dab.
See? Room for everybody. Throw a medical doctor
it's a
in
medley.
there to be like, maybe put a compress on there
while you
say
this
your
over chant.
and over.
Right.
Exactly. There's room for everyone at the table. So John was born into, not my John, this John. John was not.
You know John.
Yeah, John was born into a powwow family. He was not. That'd be awesome if he was.
Fucking great.
But he was not. He cannot heal me. So John was born into a powwow family. Mm-hmm. His father and his grandfather were powwowers and were apparently like pretty powerful, pretty respected.
Cool.
Could really do the shit. They taught John all the ways of their practice from really early in his childhood. I mean, like 4 years old. They were like, you're magical. Let's do this. Like 4 years old.
That's a great thing to do.
Which my kids are 4 years old, and I can't imagine bestowing upon them the kind of responsibility of like healing people.
They can barely go get their juice cups by themselves.
I love them, but I literally told one of them to go get their juice box, and she walked out on the patio, stared off into the distance, and said, "I can't find it." Like, that was it. So
it was like a solid 2 feet away from her.
Yeah, I don't see her, commanding these healing powers that she possesses
right now,
soon.
At least.
Not now, but at 4, he was seeing visions. So
the powers were bestowed upon him.
They were. He was down the line. And at like 7 years old, he had healed his own grandfather's urinating issues.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
His grandfather, Andrew, was having some trouble. It happens to the best of us.
Right.
And little 7-year-old John was like, "I got you." I don't know exactly what he did, but he healed him right up.
KK.
Yeah, and it was like a ritual. Like a 7-year-old did a ritual. That's pretty badass.
Ritual.
A pee ritual. So, and it worked.
Okay.
So, he didn't have the greatest childhood, as I'm assuming you could probably guess.
Because he's like steady working.
He's steady working. He didn't start school until like 8 years old.
That's confusing.
Which is late. And
yes, correct.
One might say.
Like 3 or 4 years too late.
Yeah, a little bit. So, and most of this was because they were too focused on him becoming like a powwower and focusing on that, and they weren't really concerned with him actually doing anything academic. But, he was, at 8 years old, he went to school, but he was also sick a lot. He was like a sickly kid.
Well, why didn't they figure that out?
Well, I guess you can't. Well, he did. They actually did. They had other powwowers heal him.
Okay.
And we're going to circle back to that afterwards because it connects to the rest of the story, actually.
All right, I'm ready.
So good on you.
Thank you.
So his teachers described him as slow, and he was referred to by psychologists as dull slow.
Oh, that's really nice of them.
Which back then didn't mean, it means
not
a little bit.
It
just
now.
Basically means lower intelligence back then. Like, it just means like dull means like you're just not like
almost like dense.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it just means you're kind of like not super quick with the uptake. So at 10 years old, he started working digging potatoes for a neighbor who had a farm.
Well, that's fucking great.
Yeah. And the neighbor's name was Nelson Raymire. And he lived about 8 miles away from the Blymires. So, he left school at 13 years old. So
he started when he was 8. So he had 5 years of schooling.
Solid academic career.
I wish that's what mine was, to be honest with you. That's all it should have been.
That really is.
I mean, probably that's what it totaled up to.
Probably. And he left school at 13, started working in a York cigar factory at 13 years old. But again, remember, different time.
Right.
But he continued to practice powwowing, and he was getting pretty good at it at this point.
So that's great then.
Because he was spending a lot of time doing it. So powwowers, again, like I said, they don't ask for payment for what they're doing, so you can't really make a living off of it. It's just something you have to but people...
Unless you're, like, super good and you, like, people are like, take all my money.
Exactly. And that's what it is, so a lot of it has to do with your personality and you being engaging to make people believe that you're really doing
That's,
the damn
like, half of being a hairstylist as well.
There you go. Except you get paid, too.
That's correct.
So, it's a little different, but the same.
Yeah.
Now, one day when he was leaving work at the cigar factory, he saw a rabid dog, like, foaming at the mouth.
Oh, no.
And this dog was charging at him and his coworkers.
Oh, no.
And they were freaking out. Everybody was like, holy shit. So they're trying to run back in the factory, but it's like chaos. He calmly walked up to it, said a spell while holding it, like, his hand on its face, mimed the sign of the cross on his head, and the dog immediately stopped foaming and snarling, and then followed him home wagging its tail.
No fucking way.
Happened. And everyone was like, whoa!
I love when you do that, but, like, I'm shook.
Everyone was like, holy shit.
Oh, I thought you were going to do it again.
Whoa!
Thank you.
They were like, wow, that's crazy. You're a powwower. You just did that shit.
Right. So like, then that became his living after that, huh?
When they were like, this is it. Like, you are the shit.
You just did the damn thing.
We watched you. Like, a whole group of us just watched you. Now, you would think, like, you're like, oh, like you said, now it's his living.
Right.
This is actually when shit went really bad for John.
Why?
Unfortunately.
He just saved a damn dog.
He started getting really sick. He was losing weight rapidly, like, couldn't keep weight on. He couldn't sleep. He couldn't eat. He saw this not as a genuine sickness, though. He wasn't like, oh, no, what's wrong? I should go to a doctor.
Uh-huh.
He obviously was like, a hex is placed on me. And it was probably placed on me by some jealous powwower who's pissed that I am stealing their thunder.
Wow. Okay.
Which makes sense, logically.
Duh.
Now, his only job at this point, in his mind, was to get this hex gone. He was like, I gotta get this hex off me. I can't live like this.
Hex be gone.
No, yeah, we gotta get this gone. Unfortunately, in powwow magic, you need to know who hexed you in order to remove it.
I mean, you know what? That makes sense.
It kind of does, but it's like a real bummer. Because
how are you supposed to find out?
Well, it's like, who's just gonna be like, ha, hexed you, motherfucker, and then just like walk away, and you're gonna be like, oh, it was him.
I feel like you would do that.
I probably would, but not if I knew that you had to know who I was to get it off.
Yeah,
if I knew that, I'd be like, who
was it? Me? It couldn't be me.
Yeah, I'd be like, not me. What are you talking about? But he did try and like failed many times with his father and his grandfather. They tried everything to get this hex off of him. They were unable to figure it out via magic. So he started becoming paranoid. He was obsessive, super nervous, like twitchy.
Well, he also like wasn't sleeping. So
exactly. He wasn't sleeping and wasn't eating. And he had lost his own abilities to perform healing rituals.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so he was starting to freak out and he was becoming desperate. He consulted every witch he knew. They said upwards of like 20 plus witches he talked to and like powwowers trying to get this fixed. Nothing came out of it. His first suspect he pointed to, he was like, the first person he thought that hexed him was the ghost of his great-grandfather Jacob.
So how the fuck are you going to confront a ghost?
Well, and it's like, yeah, obviously. The ghost of your great-grandfather did this.
Well, also, why did your great-grandfather care if you were good or not?
Apparently, his great-grandfather was the seventh son of the seventh son. That gives you all that crazy-ass power.
From the dead.
Now, he came to this conclusion that it was his great-grandfather Jacob because one night, at exactly midnight, he looked out the window and a barn owl hooted 7 times. And he was like, welp, definitely great-grandpa.
I mean, it makes sense to me.
So he was like, I mean, I see it. I get it.
Actually, anytime owls hoo, I get, like, really fucking nervous because it's actually a bad fucking omen. So, like, I honestly feel that.
Owls hooting are a bad omen?
After a certain time, and I forget what time it is, so anytime I hear it, I just get really fucking nervous.
I love when I hear hooting owls.
I don't. Ooh. To me, it sounds ominous as fuck.
Oh, I love it. It makes me feel spooky, and I love it.
No, it makes me feel like something bad's gonna happen.
It makes me feel all warm.
I should Google what time it is so that I can
really
have at least, like, a little bit of
You should do it.
Happiness.
Well, so he heard the owl, the barn owl, hoot 7 times. His great-grandfather's the 7th son of the 7th son. So
that's
he's like,
it.
7 times, 7th son. It's definitely great-grandpa
He's like,
Jacob.
whoop, there it is.
The whoop, hoot, there it is.
Hoot, there it is.
So he moved away from the home because it was near the family burial ground where great-grandpa Jacob was buried.
And he thinks this 7th son isn't going to fucking follow him to wherever he goes next?
Hell yeah. So he moved into several rooming houses and he started working odd jobs. for a little while, it seemed like it worked moving away. So
he was like, he was getting a little better.
Just a little better. So during this time, he was around 18 years old. He met a woman named Lily. They got married.
I love love.
Apparently during this time, I mean, it's not awesome.
Oh, fuck.
Apparently during this time, his hex was, starting to get better, but it started creeping back. So he was feeling a little good at this point. He found Lily. They got married. But, like, shit's not going to stay that way.
Okay.
So he went to a medical doctor because he still wasn't feeling like quite himself. And he was like, I just want, let's go check it out.
Yeah.
Which, like, good on you.
It's about time, bro.
He went to a medical doctor, told him the whole thing. And the doctor said, you're only hexed because you believe you're hexed.
Right.
Like, he was like, it's totally a psychosomatic thing. Like, you have convinced yourself you're hexed. And that's why you're feeling physical ailments.
Yes.
Because you've convinced your own mind that you are hexed.
I totally believe in that.
And I fully believe that. Now, John was like, nah. But he still, he was like, no, this is not it. So then he was like, you know what, whatever. I feel okay. Like, I'm not feeling as bad as I did before. So I'm just going to ignore this doctor and, like, move on.
So you wasted your time going to a doctor. Yeah. Okay.
So then his first and his second children died within days of being born.
Oh, that's
which
horrific.
is very sad. Yeah. And so John started spiraling. Which I think anybody would, honestly. Yeah. He was suffering from constant headaches. He weighed less than 100 pounds at one point.
Oh my God.
He was just like sick, twitchy, nervous. Like he was just like sweating all the time. He was diagnosed at one point with hypochondrial melancholia.
What is that?
Which is like
he's
hypochondrial.
Like super duper sad.
Like melancholia is like depression, but like a very different, like a very distinct form of depression. And he was also diagnosed with nervous exhaustion.
Oh, okay. So he was fucked.
He's really creating a storm in his own head.
Right.
And it's like the doctor was trying to tell him, like, you're creating this yourself and, like, you really need to get help for this. And he was like, no. He was like, nope, it's a hex and I need to figure out the hex. And it's like if he had just concentrated on the fact that this is in his own brain.
Right.
And gotten help, I don't know if any of this would have happened that happens. So he began seeing, at this point he's like, all right, I'm gonna see a powwow doctor.
Okay.
Like a very powerful powwow doctor named Andrew Lenhart. Now Lenhart was really feared and really respected. He was so feared that the police wouldn't even fuck with him.
Like, why?
Like, they just let him do his shit.
Was he, like, doing, like, bad shit?
Well, because people said the only way to remove hexes he put on people was to conjure the devil himself to do it for you.
Okay.
So he was a situation.
I guess.
He was a lot. And so I think the police were like, we're not, no. Like,
even they were
even the
afraid of
1920s police that, like, I just picture being like really goofy.
They were like, it ain't me,
and just be like da 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 da, and they just all have like billy clubs and they're all just like dancing. That's just like what I picture 1920s cops to be. They probably were. Let's be real.
We're gonna get an email of somebody that was like, my great great grandma
was a 1920s police officer, and they did not go da 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 da. So no, I think they did. So, but they were like, we're not fucking with that. So they just let him. And it's like. Real nice police.
Well, he was just hexing people.
They just let him be this fucking fearsome, manipulative dude who was like...
He was also a little bit helpful.
He really wasn't, though.
Oh.
So, he's scary. And so, Lenhart told John whoever hexed him was close to him.
Uh-huh.
And by doing that, he made John look at the only person who was really close to him, his wife.
Yeah, honey, you were hexed before that.
Poor Lily. And he was like, so Lily was like, what? Like, no?
Like, I didn't even know you when you got hexed.
Yeah, she's like, I don't understand this. So she went to her father, because I guess at this time, this had happened before, where, like, a wife had thought she was hexed, or a husband had, and they had ended up shooting the other one. Like, it was a thing.
Oh,
and so so Lily was like,
I'm not about to get shot.
Yeah, she was like, I'm not getting involved in this. She'd already been dealing with his craziness at this point, because he was just so obsessive about this hex.
Right.
And so, and I mean, she's dealing with the grief of losing 2 children. She has 1 young child.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot going on, and Lily's like, no, not dealing with this. So she went to her father, and she was like, help. I don't know what to do. So her father was like, all right, we need to get him to see a psychologist.
Right.
And this so he did.
Well, that's good. Okay.
And the psychologist diagnosed him with psychoneurosis. and said he had to be committed to a state hospital in Harrisburg.
No.
And they were like, he needs to be committed for treatment, which at this point, I want to be like, yay, he's getting treatment, but like, those were not great places.
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, it's like, so you're just like, oh.
Like, fuck.
I don't think that's going to help him. Like, part of me's like, yay, treatment. Then the other one's like, oh, no.
Not then.
So, no, that's not good. So, during this time, Lily did file for divorce.
Oh.
And after 48 days of him being committed in this hospital, he just walked the fuck out the front door.
He just wasn't having it anymore.
Walked out, and no one took notice. No one asked where he was.
Good. That's telling.
And I mean, to be fair, I guess I did read something from somebody working in the hospital, one of the psychologists, and he was like, "We were so overworked and we were understaffed, and they were giving us like hundreds of patients to be aware of, and they were like, we couldn't keep track of everybody," which is like,
that's
okay,
not good.
But like, that's not a good way to run a state hospital. Maybe don't do that.
That's actually probably the way not to run your state hospital.
I'd say that's like a really bad way to run it.
Yeah.
Now, so he got out. He wasn't going back with Lily, obviously, because she divorced him.
Mm-hmm.
So
he thought he hexed her, or she hexed him. Excuse me.
At this point, I think at this point he's like, I don't know if it was Lily. Like all of a sudden he's like, whoops.
Okay.
So he started working at the cigar factory again, and when he was there, he met a teenager who was around 14 years old, and this guy's name was John Curry.
Okay.
Now, Curry had a shitty childhood of, like, abuse and neglect. Like, his, like, stepfather was, like, a piece of shit and beat the shit out of him. And his mother was just, like, very, like, didn't care. Like, just let it happen.
So he was, like, screwed.
So he was convinced that his whole life was a hex. He was like, this is a hex. The reason that this is
There's been
happening
times where I wonder that, too, John.
So you're like, you know what, John Curry, I got you. Now, unfortunately, it was just shitty parents, obviously.
Isn't it always?
It is. Now, but he and John were like, whoa, let's be best friends because hexes.
Because we have that one big thing in common.
Like, hexing, we're hex.
It's a hex club.
Fun. He also met a guy named Milton Hess, who believed his wife Alice and himself were also hexed.
Oh, so this is about to be like a bunch of angry people band together who think that they're hexed, and I'm scared about it.
Yes. So Milton Hess was a farmer. They had a lot of success.
Did you say Milton Hex?
Milton Hess.
Oh, I was like, what?
No, Milton Hess was a farmer. He and his wife, and he had kids. They had like a lot of success on their farm. They had a very like nice life. But recently, their crops had suddenly sucked. Their cow wasn't producing milk. Animals stopped being whatever their animals needed to be.
So they got hexed, is what you're telling me.
They were hexed. So Milton was like, that's why I know that we're hexed.
Right.
So John is like, see? I'm not crazy. We're all hexed.
Okay.
And they're just like reinforcing each other at this point, which is just not good.
That's how cults start.
It sure is. So now he's even more obsessed, and he decides to seek out this old lady named Mrs. Nopt, who also was known as Nellie Knoll, the so-called River Witch of Marietta.
I mean...
Which sounds awesome.
Sounds like a fucking title and a half.
It sounds like a movie I want to watch.
Me
or
as
a book
well.
I want to read.
Or somebody I want to hang out with.
Yes, right? I want to hang out with the River Witch of Marietta. Or I
want to be on her good side, that's for sure.
I want to play her in a movie or something. It sounds awesome.
You know what? I think you'd do it justice.
I think I would too. I could be a River Witch. So this witch, she's like super old. I'm pretty sure she's like in her 90s. She's like one of those very wise old witches.
Duh.
This witch was like, all right, a member of the Blymire family hexed you.
Okay.
Now, the Blymire family were those farmers who lived 8 miles away from John's family growing up, the ones he dug potatoes for.
Oh.
Yeah. So
he was
John
doing
was like,
them their work, and he got hexed by them?
So John was like, wait, what? And she was like, I don't know, this is just the Blymire family. She was like,
I'm 90, I told you what you needed to know.
I just give the message, I don't explain why. So he was like, what? I don't know. And he was like, you know what? You're going to have to prove this to me because I don't know if I believe it. So he went to her for a total of 6 sessions. And according to Powwowing Among the Pennsylvania Dutch by David W. Crable, which I mentioned earlier.
Yes, it's a book.
It's a book. It's a book, guys. She revealed this information really slowly, like a business-savvy powerhouse that she is.
Because is she getting paid for the sessions?
Yeah, because she's getting paid for these sessions. So first session, she was like, yep, you were hexed.
And he's like, well, fuck.
Like, confirmed the hex. The second session, she was like, a man did it. And then the third session, she was like, he's old.
Oh my God.
And then the fourth session, she's like, he lives in this country. So
shut the fuck
we're
up.
Getting good. Then the fifth
we're getting
session,
warmer.
We're getting there. The fifth session, she does get a little more like specific. She says, you've known this person since you were a child.
Okay.
And then the sixth session, she's like, boom!
Raymire.
Nelson Raymire.
Okay.
And so he's like, no. And so she's like, no. He's known as the Witch of Raymire Hollow. Which,
he?
Again, another metal name.
Right?
Like, what?
These people are out here.
They're doing the damn thing. But so she's like, don't you know? Like, he's a powerful witch. And he's like, what?
Or wouldn't he be a warlock?
Well, no, they're called they're powwowers. So I shouldn't say witch. So, but he was known as the Witch of Raymire Hollow.
Okay.
So John is like, what? And then he's like, wait a second. And he's like, and I think I wrote in my notes, like, he was shocked because this was potato Raymire. But
just a good old potato.
Yeah. And he was like, I worked for him when I was 10. What are you talking about? And she's like, I know. I told you you've known him since you were little.
You
like,
didn't dig up the potatoes as well as some other people did.
Well, and then he's like, wait a second. You're right about him having powers. And he's like, when I was super sickly as a child.
And he healed me.
And he said 3 separate times my father and grandfather brought me to Nelson Raymire and he cured me. 3 separate times.
So then why would he hex him?
Well, he's like, so why would he hex me? He like took care of me. Like he actually like did. And his father and grandfather said like he did. He healed you when no one else could. So she was like, yeah, I don't know. But
she's like, couldn't tell you. You want an 8th session?
You know what? That sure sucks, but I don't know what to tell you why. And then she was like, okay, to remove this hex, you need to get some of his hair and you need to bury it 6 to 10 feet underground, or you need to steal his copy of The Long Lost Friend, which is like the powwowers thing, and burn it. You need to do one of those things, and the hex will be removed forever. Now, he kept seeing her because he's like, okay, I need to know more about this. You need to like, he's like, I'm going to keep seeing you. I'm going to keep giving you this $5 for no reason. And she was telling him all this shit, telling him, you know, like he definitely did it. Like how long he had been doing it. She's just feeding him all this stuff. And eventually he was like, oh yeah, he also put the hex on John Curry and Milton Hess and his family.
Oh, she's like, you know, you're good friends.
You know, you're bros. So this is when they were like, whoa, wait a second. Now, also, he was like, you know what, this is all sounding correct because you're giving me a lot of information that makes sense.
Right.
But he was like, you need to prove it to me that this is Nelson Raymire and not like one of the other Raymires.
Right.
And so she had him put, he put like a dollar bill on his palm. And she did some kind of incantation, pulled the dollar bill away, and there was a picture of Nelson Raymire in his flesh.
Well, that's strange.
Yeah. So that's real stressful.
This is all confirmed?
I mean, as confirmed as one can be. This happened.
Okay.
The details like that.
Yeah.
That's from John, who's saying, like, that's what happened.
Okay.
Now, November 27th, 1928, John Blymire, John Curry, and Milton Hess's 18-year-old son, Wilbert, drove to the Raymire 2-story family farm home in Spring Valley Park. They had a ton of rope and were armed with sticks.
Oh.
He wasn't home initially, and they searched for the book in his house, but they couldn't find it.
Okay.
And they were initially, according to them, they were planning on just getting the lock of hair, getting the book, and leaving.
Right.
They were only bringing the rope just in case, bringing the sticks just in case. So they couldn't find him in there, couldn't find the book. So they went to the home of his estranged wife, Alice.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, which is kind of funny, she was like, he's probably out seeing some woman.
Okay.
Which I'm like, whoa, Alice.
Sorry, Alice.
Okay, Alice. So she was like, he's probably out seeing some woman. He'll probably be home later. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
She's like, don't bother me.
I'm like, get it, Alice. So they were like, you know, we'll wait and we'll come back. So they waited, they came back later, and it was like close to midnight, they said at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And when they saw that he was home, they knock on the door, he invites them inside.
Because he's nice, I bet.
Now, Nelson was in his 60s. He was more than 200 pounds and standing at 6'3".
Big dude.
big dude. He was not tiny. He was not, and he was like built. Like he was a big guy.
Right.
Now they said they were like, we want your spell book or a piece of your hair. Like they just,
and he's like, why, you gonna hex me?
Yeah, and he was like, nope. So they attacked him like immediately.
Yep.
He fought super hard. It took all three of them to even try to hold him down. I mean, he was like given it his all. At one point, they testified that finally, after like a ton of struggle, he agreed to get the book. Because at first he was like, I don't have the book. Like, what are you talking about? I don't have that book.
Right.
But now he's like, I'll get you the book. Just like, let me go. I will get you the book. So they let him go, and they say that he lunged at them.
I doubt it.
And then they so they attacked him again, like beat him with the sticks. They tied him to a chair, and they beat him mercilessly.
Oh, no.
At one point, they used the rope to try to strangle him, but eventually they just settled on beating him to death, and they literally beat him to, like, beyond the point of recognition.
Oh,
like,
God.
Way overkill. Blymire said that John Curry was the one to strike the death blow, and that what he had done was picked up a piece of firewood and beat him until blood poured out of his ears.
Oh, God.
Blymire said he then yelled out something like, "Thank God the witch is dead." And he said it was at 12:01 a.m. on Thanksgiving Day that Raymire died.
Okay.
Then they stole all the money in the home, because they said they wanted to make it, and I love this, like, they're like, we wanted to make it look like robbery.
So we just had to take the money.
We had to take all the money. Now, how much money was in the home? Somewhere between 97 cents and $2.80.
So they checked the couch cushions.
Yes, exactly. They searched for the book, found nothing. So far it's looking like he didn't even have the book.
Right.
Now, they then wrapped his body in a mattress and a blanket, dumped kerosene on him, and lit it on fire.
Oh.
Weirdly,
he didn't burn.
The fire just stopped and never spread to anywhere else in the house. And this is a rickety old farmhouse.
That's
it would have
crazy.
gone up like tinder.
Right.
And we're going to get to like something crazy, like, because this house still stands today.
Ooh.
Now, whoops, they forgot that they literally asked his estranged wife where he was the night that they murdered him.
Are they gonna murder Alice too?
So, no. But basically, they fucked themselves out of getting away with it, like, right away.
Right.
Like, they literally, like, Alice is like, yeah, like, they were asking
like,
where he was.
TBT to 12 minutes before they killed him, they asked me where he was.
They probably walked up to her house with, like, rope and sticks and were like, where's your husband?
She's like, I don't know.
Probably with some hussy. Now, a neighbor found his body November 30th. And immediately it was traced to those three dumbasses, again, by Alice. It was like, yeah. So they were arrested. They confessed everything immediately. It went everywhere. All the papers covered it, and it was called the Witchcraft Murder and the Hex Murder. Like, people couldn't get enough of this.
Because people love that shit.
We love a hex.
Me included.
We love a hex murder. The press made the Pennsylvania... This was sad. The press made the Pennsylvania Dutch community look crazy.
Oh,
like,
that's
they made
nice.
And really treated them unfairly just based off of these assholes. They made it look like this is what powwow magic is, and like that.
Right, they made a mockery.
Yeah,
of it.
they made it seem like they're all just witches doing like silly magic, and like they're all worshiping the devil and all this.
Not
and
that
it's like,
silly.
No,
the house didn't burn.
And it's like, stop! They're all just like trying to heal people,
right?
And they're not even asking for money for it. So the trial, called the York Witch Trials, started January 9th, 1929, and was presided over by Judge Ray P. Sherwood, and it was a circus.
Okay.
The press covered every second of it. I mean, it was like one of
those...
I
mean, yeah, it's like they're going to have a field day.
Yeah, you would open up the paper every day just to see what the fuck was going on in this thing.
Right.
So the judge, this judge in particular, was not super into anything magic and was like, this is nonsense. Like, He was just a no-nonsense dude. He was like, no, I'm not into this magic, hoo-ha. So he even had any mentioning of witchcraft or magic removed from all the confessions when they were committed to record. So the motive was changed to robbery.
I mean...
And Blymire also was pretty cold during this whole thing. Like, he did not suddenly go like, oh, shit.
Well, because his whole life has been a hex, I guess.
Yeah, and he said that since Nelson Raymire was buried along with his hair, that his hex was removed, and he was happy about it.
Wow.
Yeah, he was like, well, his body's buried, and so is his hair now, so the hex was removed. Okay. And he said he was totally justified in his actions, he would do it again, and that he had no regret.
Okay, so how long was he sentenced
So Blymire and Curry were found guilty of first-degree murder, and Hess, which is Milton's 18-year-old son that he sent with them, Hess was convicted of second-degree murder.
Okay.
They were called the York Hex Slayers.
The York Hex Slayers.
Which is like a great softball team name, or like a great band name. January 14th, Hess received 10 to 20 years in prison. But Blymire and Curry ended up receiving life sentences.
Okay.
So Curry and Hess were eventually, so the two other ones that are not John Blymire.
Yes.
They were paroled in 1934. They lived their lives after that and were like chill, didn't do anything else.
Okay.
Blymire was refused parole a ton of times. And then in 1953, at age 56, he was let out on parole.
Oh, wow.
He became a janitor, bought a house, chilled out for the rest of his days. He lived into the 1960s without any incident.
Okay.
Like, just lived out. Now, John Curry, he was the one that was like the 14-year-old. He served in the military during World War II and became like a well-known artist.
Oh, wow.
Which is very bizarre.
That is.
Yes. So apparently, I mean,
things went well for him after that.
But fucking horrific. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
It's just so crazy to me that like he just comes out and he's like, welp, just gonna be a regular guy now. And it's like, what? Now, Ray Meyer's great-grandson now owns the home that it happened in.
Okay.
And the home is known as Ray Meyer's Hollow, the Hex House, which is like, whoa, or Hex Hollow, or Hex Murder House. So many
things.
Many things. And he leans into it, which I commend him for.
I mean, you got to make a profit.
Now, apparently you can come to view the place where Nelson was killed, and the floorboards are still charred. And he put plexiglass over them to protect them.
Yeah.
So you can like look at the charred floorboards.
That's really creepy.
He also has a clock nearby set perpetually to 12:01.
I mean, fucking lean.
Wow. A local fire company, the North Hopewell Winterstown Fire Company, hosts a hayride and tour of the site in October.
Oh, let's go.
I know, I want to go really bad. And according to OXY.com, some family and friends of the murderers believe Nelson was a witch and that he was fucking with their family members, like still to this day. Like the members of like the families of
like
the murderers.
from the grave.
And they are like, well, no, they think like that when you ask them about this, they're like, oh no, he did, like he was hexing them. Like they did that for a reason.
Wow.
And then some of Nelson's family still maintain he was just an old farmer who kept to himself and like did not do anything of the sort.
This is a very wild case.
So nobody knows if Nelson Ray Meyer was really hexing these people, and holy shit.
It's like, really, what reason would he have to hex people?
I don't think he was hexing them.
I don't know.
If I have to really put all my
money on it,
all my noodles in one pot, I'm gonna say that I don't know, I made that up. I'm gonna say that what? Nelson Ray Meyer was just an old farmer, just
needed somebody to dig up his potatoes.
I mean, it feels like maybe he was probably like doing powwow magic because it was so common, and it might have been in his family and all that, but I don't think he was hexing people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think so either, but
that is the story.
Who are we to say?
Of the Hex House Murder.
That was a good one.
It was just such a strange one that I was like, I gotta cover this. Yeah. It's so weird.
It is weird as fuck.
And sad. Poor Nelson Ray Meyer.
I know, R.I.P.
Like, John Blymire, you gotta get your shit together. I mean, you're dead, so.
Everybody had to get their shit together, it sounds like.
So, yeah.
Well, like, nothing happened to the Sleepy Hollow, the River Witch.
The River Witch? No, I mean, I'm assuming she probably, like, died shortly after that, because I think she was, like, 1,000.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, there's that.
The River Witch.
Well,
the Sleepy Hollow River Witch.
That's a mood.
That is a whole ass mood.
A grandiose mood. All right. Well, thank you for listening to that wild ass tale and
spooky
telling it, Alaina. In the meantime, if you want to see pictures of any of this or come with us to the place at some point, we'll be doing that on Instagram at
Morbid Podcast.
You can hit us up on Twitter.
A Morbid Podcast.
You can send us a Gmail.
morbidpodcast@gmail.com.
And we hope you keep listening.
And we hope you
keep
it weird.
But not so weird that you hex us. Bye.
Bye.